Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series, Division B East. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we're going to be having fensad with Ruglord on Dahaka, More to Play Junkrat, Jazzy on Lucio, Psycho, I think is how you say it, on the Anubrak, and Ender to play the Greymane. On the right side of the map, we're going to be seeing our ICC TBD players. Chauncey to play a Sonya, Greek on the Anduin, Phantoms on a Tychus, Rabid Penguin for a Muradin, and Hippo will play a Chromie. I got a little gamble for all of you at home, and it is very simple. I know there's 3 options, which terrify a lot of you, but which team will get first boss of the game? Will it be fensad? Will it be ICC TBD? Or will no boss be taken? We did last week, we did pay out a no boss for, I believe, a Tomb of the Spider Queen map as well. It could have been Towers of Doom, but either way, both of those are maps where you often do see one boss happening. So, there's your gamble. Which team do you believe will get the first boss of the game? These are, by the way, brand new players, but they are in the Division B East. So you can kind of gauge the level of play from our previous best of 3. Oh, and I forgot to do this in the last one, but if you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to follow the channel. Costs you $0, helps us out. You get another streamer in your repertoire. I do stream 6 days a week, and we average about 6 hours per stream. If you're watching over on YouTube, thank you very much. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube, and it does support the channel. I think the metrics will help us get discovered more. Last but not least, next week we got a subathon coming up. Subathon will be happening on Wednesday. We have a subathon on Wednesday. We have a little schedule there as well if you'd like to check it out, and the sub goals will be worked on and announced the Tuesday right before. I'll have all the sub goals figured out Monday, and I'll make a little stream screen for them so we can keep track throughout the subathon. And we'll talk about them on Tuesday, the day before. Alright, I believe that's as much as spiel-wise as I need, because the opening of this game has not been anything crazy. We saw a cool drag from Dahaka anticipating the rotation of Sonya in the bottom lane. We saw a little bit of poke here and there, but the double soak is going to be the main priority. Grabbing those gems, grabbing some camps, and a quicker bruiser camp mid lane to the side of fensad, who might be able to get a little bit of siege. Rabid Penguin trying to back away is going to get bopped around by Lucio. The concussion mine of Junkrat zoning a little bit. Seems like Tomb of Spider Queen is a popular map for Division B. Well, things just seemingly lined up. We ended a series on Tomb, and we're starting a series on Tomb. Welcome back, Cav. Thank you for the 11 bucks earlier. Much appreciated. Wait, was that not you who gave $11? Wait, what? Wait, I'm so confused now. Okay, I was about to lose my mind. Like, who's impersonating Cav? I mean, I get it. I appreciate that a ton, bud. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I am still, and I said it before, I'll say it again, I'm still very annoyed because I swear to God they announced it and they said that it's going to be free. And so many people talked about how, like, yeah, no, good on them. The Resident Evil Village DLC was doo-doo butts. Good thing they're making this free. I swear there was, like, conversations and articles all about it. Or maybe I just had a very vivid dream. You have no idea you were alive when you... Oh, really? Honestly, it timed out perfectly. We were, like, right between games. The Mercenaries update is free. Oh, maybe I probably misread, knowing myself, honestly. No, knowing my dyslexia, I probably misread. Well, we got a kill over onto a Anubrak here down in the bottom lane. Greymane will actually get the gems before they do expire. Nothing really lost out on that one. Available turn in to the side of fensad. Drag will connect onto the Sonya. By the way, Big Scary Duck, were you here for the previous best of 3? There was an Orphea in one of the games. You've been in work meetings since 8 a.m. Who schedules meetings at 8 a.m.? Honestly. Like, no one's functioning at 8 a.m. Like, you're still, like, checking your email, looking up BS news articles, like, you know, getting your brain going. No one gets to work and is like, I'm efficient. And if someone's about to type that and say what I am, you're lying. You're a liar. You're a filthy liar. Oh, that makes sense, East Coast-based company. Well, they could still be more considerate. Tell them that a random Twitch streamer tells them to be more considerate of your time. Nice push off from Lucio. Junkrat does get the kill. Another kill in the hands of fensad as Ender was looking to end Chromie's health bar, but it doesn't work out. She gets a little sandblast blast into his backside. 6, 7, 8 a.m. meetings. Jeez Louise, dude. But does that mean that your day ends at like 2 p.m.? Maybe 3 p.m. because Mountain Time. Oh, sorry, I forgot your Mountain Time now, so. Like, do your days end earlier, or are they just like, oh, well, we expect you to work both time zones? Mind splits Rabid Penguin away. Murden Dwarf tosses in, doesn't land the Stormbolt. And Jazzy amps things up. We have available turn-in for both sides, and it will be a turn-in. The Blue Web Weavers descending to the side of fensad. When I started working, the bosses held monthly meetings at 8 a.m. that didn't count towards your workday. That is horseshit. That is horseshit. It's absolute horseshit. This is why I do not want to go. This is why I just want a full-time stream forever. They bought our company, and my company is PC, so technically the day is 9 to 6. Dude, what? You'd often expected to work in American, European, Australian time zones, all the same. That's just insanity to me. Sorry. God, ugh. It was like when I told J-How that when I worked in architecture, we got paid by like jobs. So I could be in the architecture office for 10 hours, but only get paid for like 6 if there was no work. And J-How was like, that's illegal. I was like, no, it's 100% illegal. They also didn't have to pay us overtime. I didn't have vacation. I didn't have 401k. I didn't have sick days. Because in the state of Michigan, I was a working professional. And working professionals don't need to get paid overtime. That is insanity. So stupid. Oh, well, 10's gonna be hit by the side of ICC TBD. They're gonna lose their mid lane fort to the minion wave. The bottom did go down as well. And things are looking promising to fensad, but our gamble, as it has not been met just yet, is still up and available. No team has gotten boss, and we are post 5 minutes. It is up and available. Greymane grabbing a camp for the mid lane. We have another turn-in availability to the side of fensad. Do they get the back-to-back? Dahaka gets a good chunk, 35 turned in. Let's see actually where the rest are. It's actually going to be split between the vast majority of the members. Just about all 22 are necessary here. Actually 20, so just about everything is necessary. Light Bomb onto the Anubarak. Rabid Penguin still just trying to pressure isolation. The drag will not connect. But Rabid Penguin still just running with the allies. Big Riptire. Actually, no, the Riptire got canceled out. I think it actually, yeah, I think the Riptire got canceled out. Jazzy somehow has not died. Somehow Lucio just made his way through every bit of damage. And the Red Webbers will descend, and that will put a damper on the siege from the side of fensad. I do retirement math every Sunday to know when I can realistically escape working full-time in an office. I have panic attacks going back to working in construction. I never want to. So jaded. I'm so jaded on all of that. Anubarak to fall. Dahaka picks up the most of the gems. I think he gets everything. Ruglord looking for the drag, but it won't connect. The Webweaver in bottom lane is actually fairly far back, and Sonny's trying to push that up a little bit faster. Bought by PG&E, and they Wait, companies giving benefits? That's still a thing? Chauncey goes in for the leap, trying to land on the Lucio. Doesn't get the stun they're looking for, and the Webweaver phase will expire. started because most working professionals were salary, so it's fine. I remember telling my mom, when I was finishing school, I was like, I'll never take a salary job. And she's like, your father and I both work salary jobs. And I was like, yeah, because your companies aren't going to screw you over. I had friends in architecture who were like, yeah, I work salary, and there's some weeks I make like $20 an hour, or I make like $10 an hour because of how much they're, you know, overworking and stuff. And there's like sometimes I make like $40 an hour because there's nothing to do and they're salaried. So it's like that's also the trade. And in construction, like the waves of work can be very like the troughs and the crests of in between jobs and stuff can be massive. As I said, there was weeks I'd be in the office for 60 hours, and I only get paid for 30 of it. Because there was just nothing to do. I was just sitting around waiting for someone to do drawings to give to me to do drawings. Because the architectural owner had to draw everything to scale and then give it to me, instead of just chucking measurements onto a piece of paper. He had a scale ruler and sat there and drew it all out perfectly for then me to draw in CAD perfectly straight. Just, oh man, oh boy. Well, the web weaver's pushing for the side of fensad. A drag from Ruglord won't connect, and Junkrat's concussion mine pushes back. Web weaver in top lane will be cleared out. Still no boss on either side, but another turn-in is available for ICC TBD. Almost as if having the rich to represent the interests of the ultras don't result in the wealth trickling down to everyone. I saw, like, 2 weeks ago, there was, like, I didn't click on it because I was just, like, I just laughed at it. But I saw a news article, it was like, recent study shows that trickle-down economics hasn't worked, and it's like, oh, you don't need a study for that one. You definitely don't. It's like when I saw a study that was like, study lately proves that dogs get jealous. I'm like, just go own a dog. Yeah, duh. Come on. 16s are almost here for fensad. Dahaka lands a point-blank drag into the Muradin, who will be leapt away by Anduin. A Riptire coming through as well, and I think this mostly is going to clear out the wave and get some damage on the Rabid Penguin. But Dahaka's looking to turn in. Not enough for a Webweaver summon. They'll have 49 out of the 60 necessary. But Greymane will split off and start working on a camp. Well, I don't know if it's recent, but, you know, like, it's just like studies have shown that it's like you didn't need to waste the time on the scientific study. Well, I guess maybe for some, but even then, some won't even. Oh, that's just made up stats. Well, it is going to be enough for a turn-in still for ICC TBD, but the zoning and the 16 talents here is just keeping our red team back from even going for the turn-in right now, and I can't blame them whatsoever. Chromie clears out things in top. She's trying to soak up as the waves are crashing in through mid. Oh, that's true, Harkin. That's very true. I ain't like it's going anywhere anytime soon. Concussion Mine, pushing Rabid Penguin around. And I think, what, do they need 1 gem for a turn-in here? Yeah, that sounds about right. That math sounds about right. Well, Ender gets enough for a turn-in. Chromie will use her Time Walker's Pursuit to get some vision. 16 is here for all the members of ICC TBD, as Chromie does get her talents 2 levels early. Ender gets the turn-in, and that is another Webweaver phase for the side of fensad. Still no boss to be grabbed. Oh, what if this pushes and ends, chat? Oh, the no bossers will be paid out. I know, yeah, Stark, that's exactly where my brain went too. My brain went Elmer Fudd for 2 seconds. Oh, nice Light Bomb combo with the leap upgrade on Muradin, or the Dwarf Toss. Unfortunately, it looked cool, and that was it. Webweavers are here. What's up, Kala? How you doing today, bud? What? Very flashy. Dramatic stun, I know. The combo, yeah, right, it looked good, and then it's over. Well, the Web Weaver in bottom is fairly hardy right here. And, alright, that's the end of it. 65 for the next turn-in. Still no boss to either side. 107 gems in the pockets of ICC TBD. Oh, who's got what? Like, yeah, nearly Sonya has an entire turn-in on her own. Sonya's very close to just having an entire Web Weaver summon. And we could see back-to-back, which would be huge for ICC TBD to actually start pushing into the structures of fensad, but like, the zoning, the team fighting, it's all looking way too good. Lucio's high fives have been on point. And the endless nades for Junkrat. Level 16, if he gets those hits onto the enemy heroes, can get those resets. But of course, now it's just trying to poke at the wave before it really pushes in far. Sonya clears out the bottom lane. Phantom's trying to get a turn in here, and I think 21 will go in uninterrupted. Dahaka pushes up a wave quickly in top. 21 out of 55. 34 to go. Newbrag with the burrow charge. Phantom's leapt away. Rabbit Penguin was hoping to not be interrupted. Unfortunately, yes. The light bomb is going to be on a Muradin who already used Dwarf Toss. Siege Giants are still pushing up the bottom lane wave. And Newbrag looking for Hippo. They get the max range burrow. The Impale to follow up. Stasis buys a window. Moore is looking to come through as well. The Leap of Faith, the second charge is used. The Commandeer Odin will be summoned, and Ruglord comes in, finds the kill. The drag into Commandeer Odin, and Greymane will be able to razor swipe his way with the go for the throat. And I think maybe, just maybe, you look for an end here with that double kill. They want more than that. Greek with the Desperate Prayer locked in place. Muradin and Sonya to defend, and Newbrag burrows in. Bottom lane is less healthy, but hey, they got a wave here. Newbrack's already got Beetles. It's not that big of a deal. The mid lane keep will fall, and I do believe for map number 1 in our second best of 3 of the day, this is looking good to the side of fensad. This is looking great for those of you that did not believe in a boss to be picked up here. Somehow Jazzy didn't die. They land all the gems to be dropped. Like some 90-some gems will fall in total. The team kill to be had. No boss used in this map, and it's fensad with a happy win. I tried. It's big. It's big. Right? Alright, which team gets first boss? No boss was taken that game. Unless I completely missed it and no one in chat screamed about it. No boss was taken. Okay. Back over to Bandit and I. Let's get rid of some ads because they are getting close to running here. So we are going to get rid of some ads. I do want to let you know that if you get some ads, I am sorry. It's all your fault. But now's a good time to remind you that if you have Amazon Prime, you've got Prime Gaming, and if you would like to not have to watch ads ever and be able to hear all the wonderful, amazing things I say in between the games, be sure to use your Prime Gaming here at twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming. Get yourself some ad-free viewing, get yourself some amazing emotes, and I have a deal with Tosh. Yes, the Spectre Tosh. He's going to go over to Jeff Bezos' house and put thumbtacks and Lego, the plural, all around the house. The plural of Lego is Lego. So would you like to harass Jeff Bezos? Use your Prime Gaming today. Alright. Ads are going. That's all good. Let's go ahead and get set up for our next map. All right. Okay. Cool. So we have our score updated. We should actually check and see if they swap sides in the next map. I have a gut feeling they did. They didn't. Big surprise. All right. Fensad is up in this best of 3. Let's go ahead and see what we got here for our next map. Do we have any good trait? Whew. Any good trait gambles? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I just realized I need to go to the post office after stream. I need to go to, oh my god, there's a veteran marksman, Rainer. Chat, what's a good number of stacks? What's a good number of stacks for veteran marksman Rainer? What do you think? We could do Kael'thas regeneration globes, but let's do Rainer Gambit. How many stacks do you like? What would be good? 69. All right, 69 it is. Okay, 69 it is. All right, 69 it is. 69, 40-ish. I think 69. How many level 1 stacks for Raynor Gambit? 69 or more, 68 or less. Oh, for Raynor stacks, not pancakes. Dude, 3 pancakes do sound good. 3 pancakes do sound good. Oh. I was telling my parents, when my parents were visiting, I made pancakes for them twice. In a good ARAM, you get 80-ish, so maybe 30. Shrugs. It is Infernal Shrines. We'll make it a meme. We'll make it a meme, you know? Whatever. If it's we're not trying to flame the player by any means. But we'll keep it as a meme. Why not? Or do you think the bet will be more... Ooh, will the bet be more contested at a lower number? Meme numbers are always correct. That's true. But I made my family pancakes twice when they were visiting, and after the second time, I was like, "Oh, please don't make me make pancakes again." They were like, "Why? Is it too much? Is it a lot to do?" And I was like, "No. I just usually eat like pancakes like 3 times a year, and this is 2 times in 1 week." It's so much. Oh man, I love them, but I can't have them so often. It's so much sugar and dough. All right, I do believe so. Ads are completed. We'll leave it as a meme number, and let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. Overdosed on pancakes. Yeah, I'm a bit burnt out on pancakes. Now, I wouldn't mind waffles, but maybe sometime in October I want some waffles. Either way, I think we're good to go. Yeah, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna get into map number 2 of our second best of 3. Welcome back, mortals. We're going to be having, or I guess immortals, I don't know. I mean, no one really knows if you're mortal or mortal in Twitch chat, huh? Just like people don't know if you're a dog or a cat. On the left-hand side for Fensad, looking for a 2-0 in this best of 3 series, we got Ruglord Hogger, More on the Kael'thas, Psycho on the Muradin, Hirobi to play Tychus, and Jazzy on an Anduin.
10 seconds.
Someone said waffles. Yes, please. Sure.
5.
ICC TBD. Sorry, I guess distracted thinking about waffles. We got Greek on the Brightwing, Rabbit Penguin to play a Varian, Phantoms with Akira, Hippo to play a Raynor, and Chauncey on the Leoric. So Raynor's gonna go Gambit at level 1, and he's gonna. I'll read you off the talent and what it does and how the stackage works, and then you can make your gamble. If you could pick the talent, please, that would be very nice of you, Mr. Raynor. I need to read to Twitch chat what your Gambit does. Basically, when you have the pepper, so when Raynor has his, like the little 3 stacks of the shells next to his bar, and then he hits the enemy hero with that, he'll get a stack. So you can see the little shells right there. So 1, 2, 3. If he hits an enemy hero with that stack, then with that attack, he gets a stack on his level 1. He is still not taking the level 1, but I just anticipate that you all need to gamble. There you go. There it is. Veteran Marksman. There you go. So every time the primary target of give him some pepper, so that thing I mentioned, you get an increase. The base Gambit gives you 60% bonus, give him some pepper damage, and every death reduces it by 15%. Raynor's already at 3 stacks. Get your gambles in. 69 or more, 68 or less. It's a big one, but you never know with Infernal Shrines with all the team fighting. Alrighty, thank you. We got odds. That's what I like to see. First Punisher, Arcane Punisher. We'll see camps to be traded out on the right and left of our mid lane. Clock, how do you type as a cat? I feel like your paws would smash too many letters. These are the important questions to ask. Kira's going to be looking for Fatal Wounds at level 1, so the reward after damaging heroes with Blood Rage's bleed damage 150 times. Blood Rage's duration is increased by 2 seconds. Phase Shift level 1 for Brightwing, varying with the Overpower. Tychus quarterback, the Murden will be grabbing the third win, so I'll have higher threshold and faster healing. Kael'thas makes sense for a map like this. We'll be going into a Regeneration Globe Mana Addict. 2,700 to 6,200. You love to see it. All right. Odds to be played, and best of luck to those of you gambling. Well, if they make it to level 20, there is the Sergeant Pepper, which is... And then you also have the activatable on top of that. Raynor doubles back, gets his 7th stack. He's a 10th of the way through. Varian charges in, says hello. Arcane Punisher will be announced in 5 seconds in the top lane, up for contest in 35. And also, Leoric will go Neil Peasant, so that's additional damage to mercenaries and monsters. Monsters would be considered the skeletal defenders, as well as the Punisher is considered a monster as well. Moore is taunted and blown up in bottom lane. First blood goes over the side of ICC TBD. Anduin, by the way, is Divine Star build here. We don't see this very often, but just want to note that really, excuse me, very quickly. New York finishes out a camp on the right side. Tychus clearing up a wave in top. It's all preparation for the objective, which is up and available for contest. It's just who's going to start this out. What's up, Wizard? Happy to cast you casting a game just about every Thursday. We'll also be having casting on Saturday and Sunday as well. Raven Court will have the upper bracket finals, lower bracket semifinals on Saturday, 2 best of 5s. On Sunday will be the lower bracket finals, and then the grand finals, which will be a best of 7 grand finals, unweighted. The team that comes from the upper bracket finals, so basically the team that did not drop down to the lower bracket, will have first pick and map advantage first pick and map pick for map number 1 in the best of 7. And that'll be on Sunday. Sunday will be a long stream day, but it'll be a really fun stream day. I mean, actually, it could be a really short one. It could be a best of 5 that's a 3-0, and a best of 7 that's a 4-0. Very plausible, very possible, but either way, we have a lot of good casting coming up this weekend on top of today. Tomorrow we have Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways DLC. Probably play something else as well, because I don't think that DLC is going to eat the entire 6 hours of our stream. Resident Evil DLC is like anywhere from usually like 3 to 5 hours or so, I feel. We'll also have Discord movie night tomorrow. We're going to be watching Street Fighter. So, a lot of good streams. I kind of jumped around on my schedule, but if you actually want to follow through on, if you want to follow up on the schedule or keep an eye on it, I do post one in Discord every week. The Discord's always good to grab or join as well. We do have roles for specific stream stuff, but also I don't use everyone I don't use here unless it's a very important announcement. Like when people, like when I was in Berlin, like people were like, hey, like let's please use here so we know when you're actually casting. So it's very rare though. Anyways, first Punisher of the game easily goes over the side of ICC TBD. Really no major things to note outside of Raynor stacked a little bit more. He's at 21 currently. Fort Front Gate will fall. No real kills to be had. Actually, maybe I misspoke as Kira is going to be pulled out of position with a Dwarf Toss. Phantoms, the Soothing Mist, the Grapple, 11 HP! Phantom's health bar is nearly a Phantom. And that'll be no kill into Kira. Still 2 kills to 0, favoring the side of ICC TBD. But your sports ball team plays on Sunday. Okay, well then put that on and me. Edzed Pedzed. Next question. I have to look and see when the Lions play so I can harass my father. Oh, your Lions did really good today, Dad. Thank you, Christopher. That's the conversation normally. Hippo wanting another stack. We'll find it onto the Murden, excuse me. Banshee also supplying sustained damage. Kira, revolving sweep, gets the bop. That's Murden, leapt away by the Anduin. A gravity lapse onto 2. The final strike not gonna connect. And find a kill as we are still 10s on both sides. Next objective, Mortar Punisher for the bottom lane. Banshee just poking here and there. A little chastise to zone back, maybe catch someone. No piercing light. Phase shift down. Oh, phase shift onto... What the heck? That phase shift was very not needed, and I think it got put onto a 10-second. No, it used up the whole phase shift. Okay, that was really weird. It was just the Raynor was like 100% healthy. By the way, speaking of Raynor, he's already at 30 stacks. So good thing we made it a meme number, because 7 minutes, 30 stacks, no deaths, not too bad. 23,000 heroic damage for the Raynor. Continuing to give him some pepper. Seriously, Hippo's doing really good with his talent. We don't see it very often, so it's always fun to kind of track it and see how it works out for said player. Big thing to note for Kael'thas, at least, he's 1 globe away from getting his activatable Arcane Barrier, but he doesn't see the enemy team, and he needs to play this carefully. And good thing Grizz didn't step out into the wave, because definitely with Varian sharking around, Kira and Raynor, this would have been a definite kill into Kael'thas. He just plays it back, tries to throw a little bit of damage into the enemy. Murden in a flank position, but still needs the rotation from some allies to come down here before making the engagement call. Okay, Varian with an immediate taunt. The Light Bomb from Anduin doesn't get the stun. The Soothing Mist was activated by Brightwing. Phantom's on this Kira. Gonna try and back away. The Melting Point helping out. Kira gets a huge Carnage in the Blood Rage and heals up a ton. That's one of the kind of finicky things about Kira is you land that Carnage, you heal up perfectly. You miss that, you're dead. That was always the big conversation. Is like, oh, why isn't Kira played? Well, she's really skill shot dependent. If you land the skill shots, it is very good. I don't know why the vet's calling me, but okay. Leoric rotating down and Entomb onto Hirobi. The gravity lapse from Moore slows down Varian from stepping in. A Leap of Faith onto the Tychus, and that is a good flash heal quickly onto Hirobi. Keeps them alive. And we have 13 talent here still to the side of ICC TBD. Raynor, unsure about his 13, gonna go into his Inspire. Giddy up! So many close calls this game, so many good moments too. Phantoms once again diving in. The Light Bomb stuns out for a little bit. Kael'thas throwing down a Flame Strike. Still no 13 talent here to the side of fensad, and ICC TBD, this will be a Punisher in their favor. But how much siege can they grab? The Fort Front Gate's already down in bottom lane. Anduin, more Divine Star. And so pick up the speed of Pious. Kael'thas picked off by the Raynor here. And Kael'thas will go backdraft. Living Bomb's explosion slows enemy movement speed by 30%. Jump into, I didn't see the target, I think it's Murden, and he is dead, followed up by Kira Varian. Raynor has to back away. 41 stacks on his level 1, and no deaths on the side of ICC TBD. Bit of revenge here after that map number 1. Completely different team showing up for map 2 here. Warmed up, ready to go, pushing onto a Keep Front Gate with a fairly healthy Punisher in the bottom lane. And how much further do they go? The Banshee's up and available. Kael'thas throws out a Phoenix that's going to zone a little bit, but Greek is actually eating a ton of that damage. Hippo just keeps peppering on to the keep right now. The Punisher pulled towards the core. The minion wave is not really available. It looks like who's tanking shots right now? It's actually, no, there was still a minion there. Punisher doubles back and helps out with the keep. Pogger maybe finds a good shockwave into the enemy. Kira will go down. She just needed mana. Light Bomb onto the Hogger, who cancels the spin very quickly to try and lock Brightwing in place. Rabid Penguin still alive over here on the top left. Not even sure how that's plausible or possible, but will go down. And Raynor hightails it out of here. Don't know if you really want this camp. Don't think you have the available time. This is really scary. How did they not make the quick rotation onto this? Ha! What? Wow. I really thought that was going to get punished, but whatever. Next Punisher is going to be Frozen. That means our 4th Punisher will be Arcane, 5th Mortar, and 6th once again Frozen, because that'll be the cycle for the map. Now, where those locations are is really the RNG that we'll have to answer. But top lane will be our third Punisher of the game, and as I mentioned, Frozen. Speaking of top lane, structure-wise, it is benefiting ICC TBD, as they do have their Fort Front Gate still up and available. Looking down into the bottom, 16 talents here, almost here for ICC TBD. Fensad gets it a little bit faster with some of those later game kills, bolstering the missing experience they need. Here with Evolving Sweep, that is going to be an Anduin with the Leap of Faith to get Kael'thas out. Does have the Glyph of Faith level 16, but that Anduin, very low on mana. Banner of Dalaran for the Varian. You can use that to scout out. Oh, Raynor didn't go for the activatable on his trait. Isn't that 16? Oh, Kael'thas with the Your World is upside down, and it seems like Hogger's World will be upside down as he will be falling here. Psycho trying to Dwarf Toss out, but the Drain Hope finds the kill. With no fort in bottom lane, Rabbit Penguin wants to try and find a kill. The final strike is not fatal. Oh, we'll have Rallying Cry, Inspire, increase the attack speed bonus of Inspire. Oh, excuse me, increase the attack speed bonus of Inspire by 20%. After 12 basic attacks cast, free Inspire. Makes sense with the level. I mean, it works. I was just expecting the activatable for more stackage on the level 1, but hey, more Inspire. 47 stacks for this Raynor right now as the mid lane fort falls. The top lane camp to be grabbed. Hogger up in 1, Murden up in 4. And I'm out of tea. Leo's got a wave on the fort already. He's going to clear out the minion wave that had pushed up from the side of fensad. Varian scouts out his son. He's trying to wiggle around all this. The Fascia from Brightwing will put back up. We'll give some good HP, but yeah, Varian, I think they give up on this. Blink heal out from Brightwing. Varian gets slapped into the wall and just unfortunate. But meanwhile in top lane, the minion wave nearly takes down the fort here. Oh, you are kidding me. There's a non-existent amount of HP. 24 HP. Gotta get a telescope out to see that one. Microscope. Telescope. Well, Varian dead for 30, and I do think this is going to be the opportunity for our fensad to maybe rally. Top lane fort, 1 auto, lop. Hogger actually cancels out his Hearth. I think he's going to go clear up bottom. The arriving catapult is going to be dealing how much damage? Just under 500 structural damage, okay? And since they know this is going to the enemy team with Varian dead still for 5 seconds, they go for a mid lane, keep front gate. Can't blame them. This is a good call on the side of ICC TBD. Telescoping microscope. Ah, yes. We will remember that tower. Sad. Titanic noises. God, couldn't think of the movie. Oh, 7-4 in kills, favoring the side of ICC TBD. They have this Punisher into top lane. I don't think they'll lose their fort, honestly. Okay, so yeah, Chauncey sees all this. I was like, yeah, this is... is Leo still? No, okay, he gets into the corridor and starts to hearth out. Okay, good call. Punisher in top lane gets over 50% of the fort, and it looks like bottom lane will go down. I like this call a lot from fensad. You get the periodic catapult pressure to match the consistent catapult pressure up against the enemy team in this bottom lane. You alleviate yourself a little bit. But now a quick run down into bottom lane. Jazzy, uh-oh. Nice Stormbolt. The Light Bomb from Anduin is great. Spin from Kira. There's going to be a Shockwave from Hogger. Greek is getting low. The healers are traded. Varian to fall as well. Phantoms will become a Phantom with the Flame Strike. Murden wants to chase in. Hippo's being poked down by his buddy Tychus. Murden, does he have a Stormbolt? Oh, they get a stack off of the Raynor's Gambit, and in a blink of an eye,
Team kill.
Nicely done from fensad. They get the pentakill. They take down all 5 members, and with anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds on these death timers, it's looking like a keep shall go down. But is it game? Not sure here. The timers are getting low, but there's still a lot of siege to be had. It's actually looking kind of promising, I'm not gonna lie. No, they have to back. One catapult's near their keep. And they can't end. There's camps to be grabbed. Leo up in 8 seconds, Brightwing in 4. They're going for it. They're going for it. They want a 2-0 on this series. Brightwing's back. Leo about to respawn in a flank position. Goes for the Entomb with the Buried Alive. He gets a short distance Wraith Walk out. A few, actually more than a few, a good chunk of percent is off the core. And next Punisher is bottom lane. Next Punisher could be game ending. Duskwing? You don't go for the Sergeant Pepper for reduced amount of stacks necessary to trigger the Gibbons. Wow, a little surprised by that. Increase the health and leash range of Rainer's Raider by 100%. Its basic attacks lower enemy armor, hero armor by 3 for 1 second, stacking up to 30. I know that's very good, but stacks are fun. I don't think Rainer and Tychus are buddies. I think they are. Based on my experience playing StarCraft 2, yeah, they're kind of buddies. Kinda. I'm using that very, very, very loosely. The armor drops so fast. That is true. That is true. I like the stackage. That's all. It's a fine level 20. It's just this is me wanting more stacks. You'd consider them frenemies? Rainer kills Tychus? I don't know about that. Varian will fall. Muradin chasing in. Stormbolt is good. The phase shift from Brightwing. Oh, no. It doesn't come through in time. Good damage onto Muradin right now. They're trying to poke into this objective area. Top lane Fort is going to be falling to the Fallen Shaman, I do believe, unless the bad RNG happens. But that does not matter because Muradin goes down. We have 23 skeletal defenders over to the side of fensad. There's that top lane Fort falling, but beautiful damage in onto Kael'thas from Leoric. And now, Jazzy split on the left-hand side. The armor reduction, the shockwave on to Phantoms. Do they get the lockdown in time? Yes, indeed they do. Good spin from Hogger. Oh, maybe it's not that good. Actually, no, it's a beautiful spin from Hogger. Oh, they're trying to back away. Tiny little Banshee. Chasing on to Tychus right now. Jazzy trying to get away here. And that should be enough damage with the Drain Hope. 63 stacks on the Rainer currently, for anyone wondering. Tychus does go down. Hogger does get the objective, though. Hogger sneaks away. He finishes out the objective. So this Punisher... Oh, they're just going. Okay, they're just going for it. Brightwing still ported to Leo and died. Doesn't happen that often. You know what's crazy? It happened in the previous best of 3 we just casted. It actually, this is the second time today that's actually happened. It's kind of wild. Well, good sustained damage coming in. Core is going to be falling. Rainer focusing onto Core right now. Not focused on those stacks, unfortunately. Not sure if they're going to have the 69 at the end. We'll see if they have the 69. The ping's onto Rainer. The Core will fall. Punisher. Whew. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're into a map number 3. It's a lot of Jimmy damage. That is a lot of Jimmy damage. Well, it was close, but it's 68 or less. It was close, but it's 68 or less. All right, give me a second here. Let me go grab a cup of tea before we get into our next game, and we'll run some ads, all right? Alrighty, ads are being run. Ads are run. Let's get set up for the next map. I really need Corsair to make earbuds. You know, that's what we should do. We should design earbuds for Corsair. That's what we should do. Easy EdZ bucks. Alright, let's see. So scores are updated, and we are getting into map number 3. Nicely done in this series today. Alrighty, the teams are on the same sides. Yes, they are. Okay. And let's see what kind of little gambles we can get going for this one. Let's see what we got. We have a Vala. What kind of Vala do we have here? Oh boy, auto attack Vala. Simulation Mastery at level 1 for Kerrigan. We'll have to take a look at that one. Let's see, Brightwing, Anubrak. Just looking to see if there's any other questing stuff. We'll do a Vala auto attack thingy. We'll do a Vala auto attack gamble. Let's see. How many level 1 stacks for Vala by end? 200 or more. 199 or less. I know the max is 300. But just it's one of those things where, like, I don't know if we'll get 300 stacks. I feel like that's a crazy one. Who's playing Vala? You're gonna have to find out in just a moment. Which Vala? Auto attacks. It's auto attacks. It's auto attacks. So, well, I'll read you the talent. Don't worry. I'll read you the talent and how it breaks down before I start the prediction after I introduce the teams. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division B East. We are on Alterac Pass, which has no announcer because this is when Blizzard decided to already start killing the game. Ha! You may laugh, but it's true. Chauncey playing a Blaze, Greek on the Brightwing, Hippo on the Vala, Phantoms on the Kerrigan, and Rabid Penguin on a Nubrak. Did they switch sides? Am I crazy? They did switch sides, didn't they? They switched sides, right? Yeah, they did switch sides. Give me 1 second, sorry. Give me a second. I realized this late. I was like, wait a second, they did switch sides. Dang it, Bobby. Alright, so as a reminder for all of you at home, the players did swap sides. Teams are on the opposite sides of the map. So, there you go. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna go over 200 this one. 300, that's an easy win. What's up, Mixon? How you doing today, bud? Alright, okay, so sorry, my apologies. There we go, we fixed it. On the left-hand side, we have Team ICC TBD. We have a Blaze Chauncey. Let me go, just give me a second here. Blaze played by Chauncey. Greek on the Brightwing, Hippo on the Vala, Phantoms on the Kerrigan, Rabid Penguin on the Anubrak. On the right-hand side, it's fensad with a Ruglord Leoric, Hirobi on the Li Ming, Jazzy to play a Rhaegar, Psycho on the Joanna, and Grizz on Junkrat. So, the level 1 for Vala, when she actually does take it, I can read it to all of you, but that is going to be the gamble we have. There's a max stacking at 300 on this level 1, but it's basically every auto attack gives you a stack. So, every 50 basic attacks against enemy heroes increases the hatred bonus damage per stack by 1%. Up to 6%. The Gambit is gain 25% bonus attack speed. Every death reduces this bonus by 5. So every time Vala auto attacks enemy hero, she will get a stack of Creed of the Hunter. My question to you is, how many will she have by the end of the game? 200 or more, 199 or less. If the quest is completed, then that's 200 or more, obviously. The level 1 for Kerrigan, we do not see this very often. It's usually Fury of the Swarm for that splash, but Regeneration Globe healing grants 52 points of Assimilation Shields. Hold on, right mid. Per second while active. While Assimilation is active, Kerrigan's health and mana regeneration increased by 150. I don't see this talent very often, to be honest. Like, I think this is like the first time I've seen this. Kerrigan looks for the Ravage or the Primal Grasp and Impale, but can't grab it. Get it? Grab it? Haha! Well, anyways. Oh, we have 11k on no, 200 on yes. All right. We got odds. That's always important. We got odds. 22 stacks with a Vala, a minute and 30 in. Not too bad on her. Does force the Leoric to tap well. And I do think also Like, Leo's trying not to actively give free stackage to her. And, like, he's trying to step up, pressure a little bit, but then he doesn't want to stand there and just give free... It's like fighting into Azul Jin. Range into melee can be really difficult in these moments, and you kind of have to play it like... the comparison is kind of like top lane League of Legends. Like, I barely played League of Legends, but sometimes you get the solo lane matchup of range into melee, and you just have to wait for waves to crash into you. You really can't do too much. Rhaegar rotates down. The slow is going to be in place from him and Leoric, but unfortunately they can't get enough burst damage into Vala. It does force the phase shift out from Greek, as Vala will be going for repeating arrow. No death dealer level 4? Huh. Interesting. I guess it does give her more poke ability around the objective phasing, so there's that. Vala's going to try and make a rotation in the mid, and she's going to discover a whole handful of enemies, but I don't think she's going to be picked off. No, she will not.
Get ready to free them.
Well, it still is just... Everything's been sieged into for the side of ICC TBD. They've pushed in their waves effectively. And it's a lot of fensad playing kind of the gate game. They're playing by their fort front gates, not wanting to step out too much. Early game for ICC TBD, looking great.
And get our soldiers out of the hordes.
Just looking at level 4s really quickly. Nothing major to note. It's pretty much standard across the board. Incinerator gauntlets for Blaze. You got Magic Spit, Brightwing. Nubrak will go for Underking. Increase the burrow charge range by 20%, damage by 100. So he's got a little more range to maybe save the Vala with a burrow charge or, you know, dive into an enemy hero. Speaking of the Vala, she's going to be working on this mid lane fort front gate siege, and Leo gets pulled in by the Kerrigan. Vala's got a vault forward. She's going to try and dump in as much damage as possible into Ruglord, who does get the Spectral, or the Drain Hope. Oh, the multi-shot's not enough, but 59 stacks for the Vala here. Almost 4 minutes in. Nicely done. Is this NA or EU? No, this is Patrick. Got him. It's NA. It's we're a Nexus Gaming Series. This is the NA Grassroots League. Heroes Lounge is the EU Grassroots League. Zap got hit by the Patrick. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Welcome to the stream. Jazzy, trying to get out of here. The body blocks from Rabbit Penguin are pretty good. The Impale's in place. Is there a burrow charge off cooldown? Not even needed. The multi-shot and the sustained damage from Hippo's good enough. Will Vala back for mana? No, looks like she's going to tap well really quickly, and Nubrak goes for the objective phasing. Kerrigan got a channel going on. Nubrak pulls the jailers away. First objective, 30 seconds of channel time necessary. 2 jailers to defend. Concussion Mine splitting a few, but it still is that channel in place. 20 seconds to go for a cavalry from ICC TBD. Little delay from the Joanna. Nubrak gets a nice impale that keeps stalling her out. Doesn't look like they want to stick around too long. Concussion Mine right behind a Nubrak, and they get a kill into Rabbit Penguin. The phase shift is forced, and 15 seconds remain on this objective channel timing. Well, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what the damage, healing, and experience looks like in map number 3 in our second best of 3 of the day. Camp on the left-hand side. Camp on the right. Easy grab from mid lane while we wait for our 10 talent tiers to trickle in for both teams. We have Brightwing in bottom to soak up. I'm assuming she'll be able to have the phase shift up and available probably already, yeah. So she can jump into the team fight. Vala trying to poke at the jailers. They won't respawn until you have the channel time going, so poking at these keeps that hatred going up, as well as you, as I said, you prep for the objective phase. You get a good team fight, you can rush over there quickly. Nubrak was kind of doing the same. 10 talent tiers here. Cocoon, Rain of Vengeance, Blink Heal, a Bunker, as well as an Ultralisk for the Kerrigan. On the opposing side, it's a Entomb, Disintegrate, Ancestral Healing, Flesh Shield, and Junkrat's holding, but I doubt we get a Rocket Ride. There's a Riptire indeed. Jet Propulsion from Blaze coming in. Grizz trying to poke in on the top portion of this. Vala gets a Rain of Vengeance, followed up by a Nubrex Burrow Charge. The Blessed Shield answers that from Joanna, but she can't stop the kill into that Junkrat. A Cocoon on Rhaegar stalls out any sort of Ancestor healing. Vala, Hippo trying to chase onto Hirobi on the right-hand side. The Cocoon expires. Jazzy self-cast the Ancestral, but I think that's going to be met with death still, as Chauncey has a channel on the objective, and now we get into first Webweaver phase.
Emotional damage.
Exactly, Connoisseur, exactly. For once, it actually worked. For once, it actually worked.
Yes! Time to show them what the Storm Pikes can do.
Alright, Lions Cavalry from Vandar Stormpike. Mid lane fort front gate's already taken down. Phantoms just autoing through all this. Hirobi's going to do their best to poke out here and there. Ruglord, do they have an Entomb? They do, and Ruglord gets immediately turned into a crab. Phantoms will try and use the Ravage to back away, still trying to run towards their own gate, but that's a reset for Li Ming with the Disintegrate and the butt on the bite from Rhaegar. Anubrak gets one Impale, followed up by a Rain of Vengeance from Vala. Hirobi is getting low here, needs to back away. The Drain doesn't land from Ruglord, and Rabid Penguin still pushing in. This mid lane objective, very, very healthy. Cocoon into Joanna, but I think that is more or less just to buy a window for more siege potential. I don't think they have a kill into her immediately. Vala keeping her hatred up and keeping that stackage going. 125 currently. Believer's got to be feeling pretty positive about Hippo's play so far. Meanwhile, Blaze did push things up in bottom lane, got the fort front gate and some damage onto the fort itself, but Leorc will be able to clear that out, as you can see on your mini-map. Nicely done, though. ICC TBD. They're able to open up the map even further. They won't take down any structures. They won't have any Reaver minions. A Riptire from Junkrat, but the disengage has already been had. Entomb from Leorc. Is there anything to save Hippo? The phase shift from Brightwing is in time. A Blink Heal to follow up. The Riptire is still chasing. I don't think it kills. Definitely doesn't. And Kerrigan tries to pull back the enemies. It doesn't create enough space for Rabid Penguin to back away. Now Kerrigan and Gushing Mine wouldn't have gotten the split either way, but Phantom's able to get out of there, and it's only an Anubrak to fall. I think you're kind of okay with that trading. You also didn't lose out on any stackage for the Vala. She has not fallen just yet, so she's still at 25% on that bonus attack speed. Okay. Well, the 13s roll through on both sides. We've already seen it for the right, for fensad. Vala and Brightwing will start working on this boss in bottom lane. Alright, the Blink Heal should be enough, I think. Yeah, they should be fine. They're going to trade between tanking shots on this. Will Leo check for boss? They haven't been showing on map much. Yeah, you can only see a Blaze, and I think Kerrigan showed in top lane, but yeah, you can see some pings down over here. The assumption is that the enemy's on boss, and that was a correct assumption. Unfortunately, there's no invade to be had. Leo's going to just Wraith Walk right out of this one. Doesn't want to continue any sort of team fighting, especially without any allies around. But said allies from fensad were making their way down into bottom lane to start clearing this out. Is there a double boss play to be had in all of this? With the enemy team showing on map and bottom, will they look for more? Will they look for a boss to push into top? No, they're going to look for a structure in mid and guarantee a double fort play. Actually, no, guarantee might be the wrong word to say in this moment. The boss will be cleared out, the minion wave will be as well, and the fort in bottom lane will have just a tiny bit of HP left. Flank position being set up to maybe try and catch Junkrat here.
I've got eyes on our forces.
Not sure if they saw that rotation into the bush. I don't think they did whatsoever. Alright, just trying to play vision-wise really quickly between both teams. John is the one who will be discovered, or will discover the enemy team flank, and I think that's the best one. That's the best case scenario. Iron Skin popped, the Blessed Shield was thrown out as well, but they don't get a kill into the Joanna. She's no staggered death before or during the objective phase. Nicely done. Ball just poking here with a Hungering Arrow. Jailers will be cleared out. Li Ming has 1 delayed. Junkrat should have more. I'd like to see him go endless nades at 16 here for endless potential delay around the objective area, but he might not be able to delay much if he's going to be dead here, and that's absolutely the case. Cocoon onto Rhaegar. No Ancestral available. We do have an Entomb down from Leoric. Ancestral will be popped onto the Joanna. Vala does finish her 150th stack and continues going further into the enemy team, vaulting in and supplying a whole nice handful of damage. Some hardy heavy hits. Meanwhile, Leoric wants to deny the bottom lane fort falling, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that, especially with the Nubrek burrowing in and that Hungering Arrow being shot out as well. 16 talent here almost here for the side of ICC TBD and fensad, but with that kill to be had, pushes up our red team a little bit faster and further. Actually, no, it's not the case. It still will be fensad with 16 talent here, but Blaze is going to grab that last bit of experience in the mid lane. And we'll have this ready to go for both. It is Junkrat making his way back from the Hall of Storms. Entomb onto Phantoms, met by a Jet Propulsion from Blaze. Kerrigan ravages in. Riptire from Junkrat, gonna get some splash damage onto the enemies, but it's a lot of red health bars getting dropped fairly quickly here. Rhaegar just does not have enough healing for everybody, even with the chain heals. Vala dropping Arena of Vengeance, and Ubrak rooted for a moment with the Steel Trap, and the objective phase is still channeling to the side of ICC TBD. Vandar Stormpike will send out the Alliance Cavalry, and what is the game plan for our blue crew? Are they going to prioritize the bottom lane, go for a keep, open up the map further through top lane? Or do they go for the mid lane play to be able to force Reavers into this lane as well? Blaze goes into top, so he's going to be looking for that siege onto the fort, and I do believe the fort front gate it's actually still up and available. I thought it was completely taken down. What's up, Faffin? Good to see you, bud. Thanks for coming through. Rhaegar immediately goes down. Cocoon onto the Li Ming, cleared out by Grizz. Yeah, Gurzmore. There's no I, so... Either way, Moore is going to do their best to break out the Li Ming. We'll be able to do so, poking at the enemy team. Does have those endless nades, so nice poke potential. Cannonballs at 20 would be really, really nice as well for extra splash. Li Ming throwing out a combo here and there, but Rabid Penguin's absolutely fine. Spell Armor from Brightwing, Spell Armor from Beetles, right? Yeah? Oh no, that's Spell Armor on Beetles, right, sorry, just backwards right there. It's the Carapace level 1 that would have given extra Spell Armor up to 65. Top fort goes down, mid keep is on 25%, maybe less. Hey Gato, good to see you, bud. I feel like I haven't seen you today. I hope you're doing well. I'm about to finish the second book in the Southern Reach trilogy, so I need to run to the post office soon and grab what you had sent. There's an Entomb onto Hippo. There's still no 20, so no buried alive. Leoric is trying to reduce the damage dealt with his ominous Wraith Royal Focus combo. Rain of Vengeance into the Joanna. 196 stacks for the Vala currently. She keeps those autos coming through. 2 more autos from Vala and enemy heroes. That's all they need. 199, 200. Believers get paid. Nice combo from Kerrigan as well. Keeps the Joanna in place. With no boss up and available, yes there are, excuse me, with no objective up and available, and double boss on the table, we could see a double boss play. Or do they want to just heavily siege with this camp? Or with this boss? God dang. Words are difficult today. Alrighty.
Let's take him back.
So boss in top, objective is up, still 20 seconds to go. Does look like they want to go for this. Yeah, Nubrek's just running straight down to bottom. They will get some mid lane soak really, really quickly as well. Regeneration Globe for Kerrigan's level 1. Quick clear onto the wave. The Burning Legion, or the Mad Lads, have that little bit of damage over time for the minion wave as well. That's when Nubrek is just summoning as many beetles as he possibly could. Boss in top lane is just about cleared out, and boss in bottom lane is about to be grabbed. Nicely done. Good timing for ICC TBD. Vala is Farflight Quiver, so she outranges structures at max hatred by 0.2 something. Fortified Bunker for the Blaze. We actually see this Speedy Dragon on our Brightwing. Permanently gain 20% movement speed and reduce the phase shift cast time by 1, so the cast time is now 1. Yeah, half the cast time. Sonic Shift for the Kerrigan. It's a little different than Bolt of the Storm. It's her own unique version, as she does get some assimilation shields based on... She gets 300% assimilation shields based on the damage she dealt with the Sonic Shift, so... Right now it's dealing 110 damage, and she'll get 300% of that generated. And rewind for a Nubarak as well. Okay. Objective is channeled. Boss and bottom is cleared out. They grab a little wave in top lane, and things are looking good here for the side of ICC TBD. A Nubarak is in the bush as Johanna tries to just back on through. Has one form of CC, and that allows Vala to get a little more stackage. I think they gotta know that this camp is being worked on. Blaze finishes out the objective area. Vala was trying to chase down a Leoric. Stall onto the objective, actually. Still 8 point some seconds to go. Concussion mines all around. Steel traps as well. They're trying their best to delay out. Psycho steps in. The Johanna Blessed Shield is there as well. And Tomb from Leoric with the Buried Alive, the Ancestor Healing. Farseer's Blessing gets some splash healing to some allies. And Brightwing and a Nubarak do fall. The objective phase is in favor of ICC TBD, but it's fensad who will be the ones. Still, well, excuse me. ICC TBD gets the objective phase, but fensad still has to defend. Right, half, like, the wow threw me off. What's up, Murs? Good to see you, bud. This is a fun match. Thank you. Well, as a reminder, if you're having fun here on Twitch, be sure to follow the channel. It costs us $0. If you'd like to support further, it's always very much appreciated. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe, as that also costs you $0. And I do believe those metrics will help us grow that YouTube channel. If we had 1,000 current subs, we are able to monetize the channel, so that means more money for Bandit. More money for Bandit, more content for you all. Mid lane objective is crashing into the core, but that core still has 2 plates of armor, and they want to try and get rid of it, and this bottom lane objective will be able to do so. Vala drops a Rain of Vengeance, an Oil Slick from Blaze. They're just trying to back out of this one as Brightwing and Nubarak will respawn. One unique factor of Alterac Pass is the core will regain HP once it has no more targets to defend against. So with the objective phase ending here, you'll see Drekthar move to the center and his health will rapidly rise back to full. You're clicking subscribe rapidly on Twitch or on YouTube. Smash that button. Smash the, yeah, smash it.
Stormpike weaklings, face me in my fortress if you dare.
Well, maybe they might just do that, Drekthar. 2 keeps are down. It's 21-21 in our levels. 8-5 in kills, favoring the side. Okay, there's going to be a nice Buried Alive, but it's Johanna gets the Ancestor Healing in time. The Buried Alive expires. The Farseer's Blessing gets a second heal. Kerrigan has to use Sonic Shift out. Rabbit Penguin pops the Rewind, somehow gets out of there alive. I can't believe that. The Rewind with the Carapace pop was really, really good. The Shattering Teeth, they're trying to avoid it. Brightwing's the one to tank those. Kerrigan ravages in. They get the kill into Johanna. Is this the beginning of the end? Vala, Farflight Quiver working on a keep right now. As I said, she outranges the structure, so she's just keeping that hatred going, and that keep is getting reduced rapidly as well. Speaking of things being reduced, the Drekthar is going to have his armor reduced as well from the null pack, but the spin clears that out quickly. And they want to take down this keep because it will make taking down Drekthar even easier since there's no damage reduction from those plates. Rip Tire from Junkrat. He's got the extra oomph. Wants to get the triple hit. Only going to get 1, so that's 25 seconds off. And Tomb from Leoric. Blaze is going to get a phase shift from Brightwing. Concussion Mine saves Chauncey. One of these Concussion Mines, not the angle they're looking for. And now Drekthar trying to deal with these Reaver minions. They have 50 armor. That's the reason the Reaver minions push up so heavily, and they don't really go down too easily. And Nubarak burrows in, pops the Rewind, and Drekthar will fall. The Alliance take the victory here on map number 3, ICC TBD with the victory. Oops. GG indeed.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, chat.